Minor candidates tip San Antonio's mayoral race into a runoff. And 2 area teachers win top honors at the HEB Excellence in Education Awards. This is your Express Briefing podcast for Monday, May 6th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts. And get each day's top news and sports headlines delivered to your inbox at expressnews.com/newsletters. For the third time in as many municipal election cycles, the San Antonio mayor's race will be decided in a runoff. With 99% of precincts reporting, Mayor Ron Nirenberg had 48.7% to Councilman Greg Brockhouse's 45.6%, with 7 lesser-known candidates taking the rest of the vote. A June 8th runoff has now been scheduled. Nirenberg was seen as the favorite to keep his seat in the beginning stages of the race in February. Though his support among some in the community is tepid, most veteran observers thought he'd be able to stave off Brockhouse, a polarizing figure at City Hall. But that has proven more difficult than anticipated. And while 2 years ago Nirenberg forced then-Mayor Ivy Taylor into an extra round that he ultimately won, he now faces the specter of suffering the same fate as Taylor. Mayor Ron Nirenberg had nearly a 4-to-1 fundraising advantage over Councilman Greg Brockhouse, and Brockhouse ended up entering the race late, without a campaign website or Facebook page ready to go. To make things worse for Brockhouse, he also faced questions during the campaign about his involvement in 2 domestic violence incidents dating back to 2006 and 2009. In the case of the 2009 incident, he never attempted to offer a convincing explanation. Express News Metro columnist Gilbert Garcia writes that while the race had all the necessary ingredients for an early night where Nirenberg won re-election, factors like the well-publicized airport concessions vote that nixed Chick-fil-A and last year's similarly controversial move by Nirenberg to reject a possible shot at hosting the 2020 Republican National Convention illuminated the shortcomings of a smart, well-intentioned mayor with a tin ear for political messaging. Garcia says Nirenberg's tough election night was all the more striking because it came on what was generally a great night for San Antonio incumbents, where all 7 single-district council members won their elections by comfortable margins. In the open seat race in District 2, former incumbent Keith Toney won a plurality of the vote. In District 4, Adriana Rocha Garcia, the preferred choice of outgoing Councilman Ray Saldana, drew more than twice as many votes as her closest competitor. Saturday voters also agreed to give new terms to incumbents running for re-election to school boards in Bexar County, but turned away several former trustees seeking their old seats. The only exception was in the Southside Independent School District, where incumbent trustees had been removed from power by a state takeover, and the ones who ran again this year were defeated. While San Antonio's previous 2 mayoral runoffs seemed inevitable, this year's runoff is different. Without a strong third candidate in the race, there was every reason to expect Saturday's results to produce a conclusive outcome to the battle between Mayor Ron Nirenberg and Councilman Greg Brockhouse. Voting data now shows that, unlike previous years, the runoff was not forced by a strong third contender, but instead by the combined impact of 7 minor candidates who raised negligible money, found themselves excluded from most candidate debates, and cobbled together less than 6% of the vote between them. The strongest performer among the lower-tier candidates was John Velasquez, a psychologist who received 1.6% of the vote, more than quadrupling his 0.39% result from 2 years ago. Velasquez's 1,643 votes, with a reported $675 in campaign expenditures, amounted to 2.4 votes per dollar spent. By comparison, Nirenberg's 49,539 votes, with $514,895 spent this year, came out to 0.1 votes per dollar. And 8 San Antonio area educators named among the best in their profession were recognized Sunday at the HEB Excellence in Education Awards in downtown Austin. The 6 teachers and 2 principals from the San Antonio area are among 40 finalists statewide, each competing for annual awards given out by the largest of its kind program in Texas. 2 of the 8 finalists were also announced as overall winners for their categories. Jody Ramos, an English and language arts teacher at Coke Stevenson Middle School, was honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award for secondary teachers. And Andrea Greimel, a pre-K teacher at the Carvajal Early Childhood Education Center, was the winner of the Lifetime Achievement Award for elementary teachers. And that's your daily San Antonio Express briefing for Monday, May 6th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts.